Thank you to Nisi UK for sponsoring this week's video.
Well, this week I'm off out on a proper adventure. There's apparently a castle and some waterfalls hidden within these woods, but I'm not sure where. But I'm still going to go out and see if I can find them regardless. It's Sunday after all, and the weekends are all about adventure. So let's go and see if I can find them. This is going to be fun. I just love being in the woodlands, just immersed in all of this beauty. We had quite a bit of rain last night, so it's quite damp today, and being in the woods on a lovely damp day when there's not any wind in the air, there's something so beautiful about it. It's got a very distinctive feel and smell and sensation. And one thing I just love is coming across moss like this. It is so soft and lovely to touch. And that's one thing I'm realising with my photography now, when I'm being more creative and more connected and in tune with the environment around me. I love just touching nature because it gives us the chance to include another one of our senses, our sense of touch, to really connect with the world around us. And I really feel that it helps us to really tune in to whatever's around us. And it does help us, I really feel, to find new photographic opportunities. Although my intention right now is not to photograph this beautiful moss, I may well do on the way back. Oh, this is so beautiful. Wow. Look at this tree. It is so, so beautiful. I was watching a webinar the other day. It was about following your intuition. But one thing that the facilitator of this webinar spoke about was getting out of your mind and into your body, so you can fully feel the world around you. And it really got me thinking about the mental health and well-being benefits of photography. And so many people now have shared stories with me about how when they're out in nature, they always feel better. There's something about being out in nature makes you feel better, and there's so many reasons for that. But one of the brilliant things about being out and doing nature photography is that you're noticing things, you see things, you feel things, you sense things, you hear things. And it takes you out of your mind because you can't help but connect to this. And the exercise that was given in this webinar to get out of your head is just to look around you and pick 3 things and really see those 3 things. And when you start to really see these things, it naturally takes you out of your mind and it allows you to connect with the world around you. It's really, really powerful. And I find as a photographer, if I come onto location like I am today, and I just look around me and look at certain aspects of nature and really connect with them. This doesn't work if you just sweep. If you just sweep and don't take anything in, you're not going to feel the benefits. You've got to really look, and it's like looking at the beautiful green of this lovely mosses on this tree, looking at the way that there's a river in front of me just now. The river is gently flowing through this beautiful gorge, looking at how the branches are coming through the trees and the shapes within them. I'm not thinking about anything else. I'm fully embodying the experience of being here, and you just naturally feel more at peace. And I'm excited today to see what images I come up with, because I'm at a location that I've never been to before, and I'm also in an environment that I don't photograph that much, but that I want to start photographing more in the future because it is so, so beautiful. So try that exercise. Next time you're out in nature, sit and pick out 3 things that are really speaking to you. Really connect with them, really see them. And you'll just find that mentally and emotionally, you start to feel better because it takes you out of your mind and into your body. A dipper! A dipper!
we had found the waterfalls, and what a beautiful waterfall it turned out to be. With the damp wet weather and overcast skies, the conditions seemed perfect for this location, and as I hadn't done any waterfall photography for quite some time, I was so excited to see what images I could create.
Well, I had absolutely no expectations for today at all. I'd never even seen a photograph of these waterfalls before. I was just told by my dad that he saw something online that there was waterfalls up here, and the next time we were both had a day free, we agreed to come out and try and find them. And my gosh, this is way better than what I was expecting, because I didn't really think we had any waterfalls in this part of Scotland, and this is pretty spectacular. And this is a great chance now to introduce the sponsors of today's video, which is Nissi Filters. Now, I've been an ambassador for Nissi Filters for a few years now, and the quality of their filters is genuinely fantastic, and I can say that because I've been using them consistently for a number of years now, and they have never disappointed me. And because I've not done any waterfall photography for a while, I'm going to reset my memory now. I'm going to take some images without the filters, and I'm going to put the filters on and see what effect it's going to have on the images, because this is so beautiful. And I know that long exposure waterfall images are quite a cliche now, but it's something I haven't done for about 4 years. So it's really nice to reconnect with this, do something a little bit different than my long exposure seascape imagery, and do something inland with waterfalls. So I'm going to take an image now without any filters, and then we'll get the filters on and see how they're going to enhance this image.
I was really glad that I had my filters with me on this occasion, because when I framed up my first image without using filters, this is how it turned out. On the whole, I really liked this image, but for me personally, I felt something was missing. I wanted to be able to showcase the damp air and lush greenery that surrounded me, and I knew using filters would help with this. So I began by attaching my polarizer, allowing me to create this image here. Two things have changed. Firstly, there is less glare on the water, and it appears darker and more mysterious than before. Secondly, the glare has also been removed from the rocks and foliage, enhancing the green colour and saturation of the image. I then decided to take things a step further by adding a 6-stop neutral density filter. This allowed me to slow down the shutter speed, giving me a 13-second exposure. Now, of course, photography is subjective, but for me personally, I felt this added even more life to this image. It looked great in black and white too. What do you think about the effect the filters had on the image? Feel free to share your thoughts with me in the video comments. I then decided to switch things up and try this again in portrait mode. The rain was now getting quite heavy, but with the help of a microfiber lens cloth, I was able to continue. Here's the 3 images again, showing the final results. Before packing up, I decided to try something creative using a medium edge neutral density graduated filter. These are usually used to help keep an even exposure between the sky and the landscape, but on this occasion, I used it to try and enhance the abstract effect of this image. This is the image without the ND grad. You can see in the top right corner, there's a light area that distracts the eye from the waterfall. By using the graduated filter, I was able to remove this bright area, helping the waterfall stand out more. And here's the black and white version, which further enhances the abstract effect. As a thank you for supporting my work, Nissi UK has kindly offered to give anyone in the UK and Ireland that wishes to buy any of their filters 5% off orders below £100 and 10% off orders above. You can find the discount code and links to their website in the video description.
Oh my gosh, that was so good. You know, a few weeks ago I was kind of feeling in this creative photographic rut. And the last few weeks I've been out photographing things that I haven't photographed for a few years, and just reconnecting with nature, reconnecting with different techniques and reconnecting with different subject matters. And I thoroughly enjoyed that. I love how the polarizer just cuts through that glare and really darkens down the gorge and the water. And you just get these gorgeous, dreamy images. And I don't know until I get home whether I'll keep them as coloured photographs or whether I'll convert them to black and whites. But regardless, it was so nice to be down there, completely immersed, and the sound of the surging water, almost deafening. But do you know what excited me the most when I was down there? It wasn't actually the waterfalls, it was this dipper. And you probably saw my reaction when I saw it for the first time. A dipper! A dipper! Amazing! I was so excited. And to me, this is what being out with your camera is all about. It's not about the final images, it's actually about the experience. It's what you see when you're out there. And going back to that technique I spoke about earlier in the video, really seeing things, just stepping back and noticing different aspects of what's going on around you. Not just looking, but really seeing. That gets you out of your mind, into your body, and completely allows you to embody the experience of being out. And it just makes your photographic experience so much more enjoyable. So if you find next time you're out with your camera that you're struggling to find things to photograph, take a deep breath and start looking around you and begin to see different aspects of nature. And I heard that dipper to begin with, and then I saw it, and I was so excited just watching it. But now that we've found the waterfall, it's time to continue up this path and see if we can find this castle. Wow, look at that view. Whew. Amazing. Well, we never did find the castle, but what an amazing walk that is. It's amazing when you find somewhere new that's relatively close to home that you kind of drive past, walk past a lot, and you've never properly explored. It's just such an exciting experience, and that walk was incredible. I will definitely be doing that again. And on the way back to the car, we stopped and spent some more time watching the dippers. I tried to photograph them, but I was finding it so hard to focus with them being quite black against the black rock and being quite far away at times as well. But I'm considering coming back here and just spending like a whole morning or afternoon just sitting by the river, watching them and seeing if I can get some images of them. But yeah, what a great day. I guess the biggest message I want to send out in this video is this exercise of just, if you're struggling, you know, you're stuck in your head and you're kind of ruminating on thoughts, just come out into nature. You can even do this at home actually, and it really helps, and just stop, look around you, and just pick 3 things that are really speaking to you. Really look at them and really see them, and then you'll start to embody that moment. You'll get out of your head and into your body, and then you just are like, wow, look at that tree, look at that colour. It's such an awe-inspiring experience, and it definitely adds to your photography because you start noticing things that if you just look around you really quickly without fully connecting with the scene, you miss it. So that's the main thing I wanted to share with you in this video. And a huge thank you once again to our today's sponsor, Nissi UK, for sponsoring this video. It's very much appreciated. Using filters isn't for everybody, but they can be a great addition to your camera bag, and they can give you more options when you're out with your camera. And I nearly always have mine with me because you never know when you might want to whip them out and try something a little bit different. As always, I want to say a huge thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you all again next Sunday.